This is really exciting. We're finally doing something. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, boy. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. This may not work anymore. I may have to just unload a little bit and then just tell it to stop and then do it again because that... Oh, boy. Well, I found another glitch. Okay. That was something. Alright, gang. Welcome back to our Pioneer Challenge on Alone in the World. It's February, day 1. We got the Harvester. We've got a header on it. You know what that means. It's Harvest Day, gang. We also have to do a little bit of grape work today as well. As you can see, they need to be pruned, among other things. But, yeah, it's Harvest Day. We finally get to harvest something. I'm pretty excited about it. Our oat field is ready to harvest, which is great. That's really the main thing we needed right now, specifically for Jester, right? So that way we don't have to buy any more bags for Jester. We should be able to just kind of fill his trough up right now, put a good chunk of it into the Pioneer silo, and the rest of it can go straight to the mill, right? Because we have another field of oats, so I'm not as concerned right now, I guess is what I should say, with that. But I mean, he's got a decent amount of food in there, but he really could use a little bit more base food. That's 57% of what he's going to be wanting to eat is going to be oat. So that's exciting. Other than that, the only other things to notice, you see our money went up a little bit, and that's, you know, after spending a little bit of money on this header. I got rid of the rest of the trees over there on that side of the hill that we can cut. The rest of the ones you see on that side of the hill over there, we cannot cut. So that section of trees is done. It's expired. So we're going to have to cut into the ones over here or, you know, down there or whatever next. This is great. This is super exciting right now. But how's everybody doing? Hopefully you're all doing well. Let me unfold this thing first. I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything here real quick with this thing. I don't think I am, but yeah, we're good. Drop that down a little bit. Boom. Let's go. We're in business, baby. Hopefully you're all doing well. Hopefully things are going well for you. Trying to catch up on a lot of the guys' videos here lately. I've had a lot going on, and as you know, for many reasons, work and otherwise. So I'm trying to catch up on some of the guys' videos, and I'm still behind a lot, but I'm hoping here in the next week or so I'll be caught up on most of them. So if you're one of the guys that always do the challenge videos with us, I apologize once again. I'll catch up, I promise. I promise I will. I just may not be able to watch it when it was released, at least for right now, for a little while at least. This harvester's pretty quick, honestly. 7 miles per hour, that's pretty fast for the size of it. I mean, I guess it's a decent size harvester, so maybe I shouldn't say that, but I just feel like it should be slower than it is. But I mean, 7 miles per hour is it's a good speed, especially for the size of our fields. This is actually really beneficial to us. If our fields were smaller, we'd be in a lot more trouble. So we're going to have all this straw on the ground, and we have to kind of figure out something to do with the straw. So we're not allowed to put down any kind of major productions, and what I mean by that is I can't do like straw silage or anything like that. I can't do any like productions like that until our loan's paid off. Now I can do some productions, obviously, but any of those ones that are super unrealistic where it'll take, you know, your straw or your grass and turn it into silage for you without being in a bale format or a pit format, we're not allowed to utilize those until the loan's paid off. At least that's my understanding of the rules, at least. So it'll be a ways before that happens. Now the thing about this harvester, which we talked about before, it's a little unrealistic, and by a little I mean it is a lot unrealistic, but again, it's not that big of a deal in my mind, because eventually we're going to upgrade this to a different harvester. This is just because it was in the used market and it just made the most sense for us at the time to go ahead and pick it up. Or ideally, we'll get a different harvester that has a bigger header on it, you know, because our fields are huge and they're only going to continue to be large fields. So the bigger the header we can get, the better, honestly, in my opinion. Now, one thing we do have to get that we still do not have. At least I don't think we do. I mean, I forget stuff all the time. Yeah, we don't have the what's it called? It's not a plow. What the hell is it called? Let's see if I can get to it and show it to you. Here we go. Grapes. The, what's it called? The mulcher. And the subsoiler, which I guess we probably should get a subsoiler too, but I was really talking about the mulcher is what I was talking about. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Anyway. So we went around the headland once, so now we're just going to start doing our typical up and down fashion here. Now, a lot of this I'm probably going to do, but I might actually do the whole field by myself, actually. Because realistically, besides this field, we don't have anything else to do today, exception of doing more trees and then maybe making that field out there that we talked about at the very end of the last episode. If you recall, you watched the end of the episode. We talked about there is some relatively flat, it's not perfectly flat, but relatively flat land out there. It has a few trees we'd have to get rid of, but otherwise it is relatively flat out there that we could make another field. Probably not as big as some of these other fields we have, but it still would be a decent-sized field for sure. Probably similar to the one we're harvesting right now, more than likely, or near it. So I'm going to do one more little headland pass here just real quick. Well, at least on this side, just this side of the actual field pass. Just in case when the time comes, it may not be, maybe it's not this episode, but just in case we do it on this episode, in case we put a worker on this, I wanted to make sure that there's plenty of room for the worker to turn around in case he gets confused. He's not over here in this field and we lose crop, because that happens a lot to me when I use workers. Now, we don't have a baler or anything at all, so this straw that's on the ground, we can pick it up with our loading wagon, but we really don't have anywhere to put it, so I've got to think of something to utilize. Now, something we have used before, we continue to use, well, we just finished that series, I guess, so maybe not, but we were utilizing it in the Mazzo series where we make, heat out of the straw. We were making, you were using wood pellets, but, wood chips, excuse me. But you could do straw pellets to do heat as well. You just have to turn the straw into pellets. So there's some options there for the straw. I don't think, at least that I've seen, and it could be out there, and maybe I just don't know the actual name of the mod, but I don't think I have seen a straw mod on Mod Hub that will turn the straw into silage. There are many, well, we've used it a lot. There are a lot of different balers out there. They're expensive, but you can pick up the straw on the ground and turn it into silage. So that's an option too. But if we go that route, it almost makes the pit obsolete, right? Because we could just continue to do that. We could just continue to do that for, doing then whenever we have to mow the grass, or whenever we want to mow the grass, I should say, not have to. So there's a lot of options there, a lot of things to think about. And then we still have to worry about the animals still, right? So we've got the pasture for the chickens, and we've got the pig pen. I'm just going with the pig pen. So we've got other things we have to accomplish too, but I don't know. And eventually we have to have all the animals, right? So, actually, I think we're good to go up and down now. I think there's enough room here. Yeah, there's enough room now. So we've got to kind of have a think here for a little bit, right? And make sure that we're making the smartest decision for the straw. Now, I can take the straw and I can turn it into manure, which we could utilize to spread on the field. That would save us a little bit of money. But again, I'm utilizing that same silo production in the Higher Richland series right now, so don't necessarily want to do that. I've mentioned it many times, and I'm sure I'll mention it again, because there's a chance that somebody watching this now hasn't watched the other series, or series, plural. But I don't like utilizing the same productions when I have a series going on currently that has that production placed down, if that makes any sense. I want to try to keep it fresh and new as much as possible, and then there's some things there's no way around that, but you know, as long as the series that I'm actually running, all the ones that I'm running, as long as they all have different productions down and they aren't utilizing the same productions or too many of the same productions, then I'm happy. I just want to make sure that you're not going from one series to the next series and we're just utilizing the same production over and over again. I feel like that's a little boring, right? Challenge myself a little bit, give myself some trouble by utilizing other productions that cause issues. Prime example of that was yesterday's video, I guess, because we did Ohio Richland yesterday, because we're kind of putting that in place of the Mazzo series since it's done for at least this week and probably next week. And then I teased it, and I'll tease it real quick again. We got another mini-series that's going to come out, probably 10-ish episodes. Won't be any more than that. It'll be a once a week, but the Ohio Richlands moving forward, at least for now, will be 3 times a week, and then when that mini-series starts, the Ohio Richlands will be 2 times a week now. Which up until this point, it's only been once a week, except for, you know, an occasional one-off week where I didn't have a video done in time for whatever reason, but I had an Ohio Richlands done, so I put that in place of it. Something like that, right? So that's kind of the goal here. That's the way we're going, I guess I should say. And yeah, I'm excited for the mini-series. I think all of you are going to really enjoy it. Well, those of you who have been with me from the beginning, at least. That's another bit of a hint, I guess, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a challenge. Now, as far as the actual, like, what I'm gonna go for, I'm still kind of trying to narrow that down, I guess. That's kind of the reason why I really don't have anything out for it yet, and why it's gonna be a couple weeks, because I'm still trying to finalize the finite details of it. I normally like to give myself a challenge, but when we're doing such a short mini-series, it makes it more difficult for me to actually know where I should put the challenge at, because what I might do is make something that's way too difficult to accomplish in like a 10-episode series, right? It could be more, but I mean, that's where I'm kind of thinking is going to be around a 10-ish episode series. Maybe 12, but it won't be a very long one, for sure. Anyway, I've rambled on for quite a while here. I could use a drink of water, so let's put let's put a bit of a time lapse in here. Finish the rest of this field. There's not much left to do here. We'll finish this field. We'll prune the grapes, and then I'll be back with you. Alright, almost done here pruning the grapes. Doing well. Everything's going pretty well. Filled up Jester's trough there with some oats, so he should be good. I think what I'm going to do is fill up the what's left there of the oat and what's left in the actual trailer. I'm going to fill that up to max and then leave whatever is remaining in the silo for Jester, right? The rest of that can go up to our mill, and we can actually start making some flour for the first time. How many episodes in are we? And we're just now starting to finally make some flour? It's crazy. Crazy. In case, this thing did well. It did really well. It didn't take us any time at all doing the approach there of... Can you please fold up? Thank you. Evidently I unfolded it. I did not think I did that, but evidently I did. I guess I can just leave this here for now, can't I? It did a pretty good job, though. And, yeah, I mean, we're gonna make some flour, so... I'm excited that we're finally getting to do some flour. It's taken forever to get there, but we're finally going to do some. So, let's just, let's see. The thing I don't know... Sorry, I hit my microphone there, gang. I really haven't looked at it, so I need to look at this really quick. Is there a way for me to be able to tell... I guess I'll ask Rusty, because I know he's on console. Is there a way for me to tell how much flour I've sold? Because that's one of the objectives, right? We have to sell an X number of flour, right? I think that was it. Hold on, I'm forgetting the actual rules. I don't even have it pulled up. I always have it pulled up, and I didn't have it pulled up today. So bear with me for just a second here, gang. While I pull it up, here we go. Sell $25,000 of flour. How am I going to know how much flour I've sold? It tells me wood, bales, wool, milk, and it says products. But if I'm selling wood, how am I going to know? I may have to consult the gang here, specifically Crust2 or Rusty. I may have to consult them and see what they say. I don't know how I'm gonna figure that out. Well, in any case, I guess we'll figure that out later, right? Let's fill this up. How much is in our silo now? 2,797 liters. It's actually not as much as I thought there was going to be in there. Although he only accepts 4,000, and right now he's maxed anyway. I think we'll be okay. Because if we look at our fields here... Oh, I have to fertilize these fields a second time, too. Forgot about that. If we look at our fields here... this is another oat field. It's a pretty big oat field, too. I think it's the biggest one. Or damn near it. I mean, it's going to be ready in a couple months, too. So I think we'll be okay. Fingers crossed, I think. Let's take all 12,100 liters of this up to the mill there, and let's get it going. Let's get the mill going finally, huh? I was actually driving our track. I haven't been doing that a very good job of that. I've been driving just shortcutting across the grass. Let's actually go the way we're supposed to. Nice. This is exciting, man. This is really exciting. We're finally doing something. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, boy. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. This may not work anymore. I may have to just unload a little bit and then just tell it to stop and then do it again, because that... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Well, that was something. I might have to do something like that, right? Just watch it. When it gets high enough, I just stop unloading. Oof. Well, at least we got it in there, I guess. That's what she said. Okay, so we have the oat flour going. We have it storing. So we'll see what happens, I guess. 25K of flour. I'm assuming that's liters. 25,000 liters of flour. Okay. Well, the other thing we have to do still before we can move to stage 2 is we have to pay off the loan. The loan is $250,000. It's quite a lot. We do have $99,000 to our name. I think what I'm going to do is pay off some of it, about 50 grand of it. Boom. Now we only owe 200,000. So part of that was paid off. That's good. So let's take this back. And then we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do with the straw. So let me think about that for a minute. Let me see if I can find anything production-wise that makes sense. I don't want to feel out of place, considering the type of series this is, right? I don't want to put something down that wouldn't make sense here. So let me do some research real quick. Alright, so I think for now, gang, I'm just going to pick up all the straw. We're going to put it, at least I think it'll hold it. If it doesn't, I have to figure something else out, I guess. But I didn't test it or anything. But I'm going to put it into the silo and just store it for now. Because I'm not quite sure what I want to do with the straw yet. I think I probably should wait till the loan's paid off before I do anything super crazy with the straw. But there's a few things I feel like I could do easily. But some of the other ones I'm a little skeptical on if that would be against the rules set or not. So I think I'm just going to put it in the silo for now, and I'll have a think on it over between now and the next episode, hopefully. As long as I have the time, I'll have a think on it and decide what I want to do with it. But it's not like it's really harming anything in the silo. It could be making us, more money right now than it is. I guess that's the only thing negative about putting it in the silo, but I'm fine to put it in there for now. Since there's hay in there, I suspect that this is going to be able to go in there no problem. So that's what we're going to do for now. Eventually, maybe we just use it and make TMR with it, because we're going to have to, we're going to have cows at some point, like I mentioned a little bit ago, right? We're going to have every animal here soon enough, so. I had some ideas for this, for sure. I have some ideas. I just don't know. A couple of the ideas that I have, I've never actually utilized the production before, so I want to make sure. I kind of want to test it on a different map, not this map, just, when I run my tests and stuff. I like to try to make sure I kind of know what's going on and how to do something before I put it in, so I don't look like a moron all the time. It's not always the case. Sometimes I do, but I do try sometimes to not. In any case, I'm going to have to, run some tests on some of that new stuff, because there probably is, from what I can tell, I think there's more than just one production you have to put down. It's one of the ones where you put down one production and make something, and then you have to put down another production, which then turns that made item into something else. I think it's one of those, which is going to cost a lot more money than what we have, since we just put some money in towards the loan, right? So the nice thing is we have a day 2 in February, and we're going to utilize that day 2 in February. We're going to use day 2 in February to re-drill the field that we're picking all the straw up off of now. We're also maybe, I was going to say we probably will, but maybe. We may have thought of something for the straw and for other items. And then that field out there in the back that I told you about, that we're going to eventually turn into a field. One thing I didn't check. Do we have any grapes? Grape juice or whatever it is populating? Or raisins, I mean. I don't see anything. Did I even turn it on? Did I screw up and not turn it on? Oh, I guess it only made 37 liters? That's all it made out of all those grapes? It just made 37 liters? Oof. Oh, that's not good. We're not getting anything out of that. I don't have anything in the silo, right? That's it, right? Oh my gosh. That's all it made? Oh, that might not have been the smartest play. Oh, man. Oof. Well, there's nothing I can do about it now. We've got we got to get the grapevine area built up a lot more, big time. If it's going to take that much. Oof. I can't believe that. That's crazy. 37 liters is all we got out of all that. I mean, granted, it was only like 3,000 grapes, but still. That's it. That's all we got. One thing I do need to check. Did I put the oat on storing? Yes. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Just making sure. I think we looked at that a little bit ago, but now I'm nervous about everything. So, I mean, there's nothing else for it, gang. We're going to put another time-lapse in here and get this done real quick, and, yeah, it shouldn't take too long, though. I mean, this is a pretty good loading wagon for the size. So let's get this all picked up off the ground. Let's get it put into the silo, and we'll go from there. Well, I found another glitch. Okay. That was something. We got all the straw picked up. It's all in the silo, so yeah, absolutely it did, work. No problem at all. So that's good. That field is ready to be drilled in the next episode. What I wanted to do at the end of the episode was, take Jester out for a stroll and take care of him, but I don't know what's going on there. He doesn't like the house. There's something wrong with the house there. Maybe the area he's supposed to be walking around in was a little bit too close and he got caught up or something. I don't know. That's a little weird. I've never seen that happen. That's two things in this episode that have been they've been something. He's still stuck in that same position, and I can't get him out. It just keeps. Well, let me try to reset and see if that fixes it. We might be in trouble here, gang. He is still stuck. I've never had this happen before. Is there a way to reset horse? Is there a way to reset him? Oh boy. You have no animals yet. What? Oh boy. Well, that, just gonna drive right through him, aren't I? Yep. No, it's acting like he's, actually stuck in the house. If I get rid of the house, will that fix anything? Nope, I can't bump him out of there. He is literally stuck. Oh my goodness. What the hell has just happened? Okay, so let's try selling the house and see if that fixes it. Country house. No, he's still stuck. Nope. Oh, whoa, 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 wait a minute. We got him. Okay. Now it says he's an animal too. Okay. So, I mean, I don't mind to lose a little bit of money on the house if I can find the same house again. It's got to be in here. It's part of the actual map. Yeah, I don't mind losing a little bit of money on the house. I can even move the house to a different location. Actually, a matter of fact, I think I'm going to, just slightly. Nothing crazy. Just somewhere like in there. Although my step up is over here, so I probably should do it this way, shouldn't I? Okay. Well, we fixed it. The house is in a little different location. We lost a little bit of money, but we fixed it, nonetheless. That could have been worse. It could have been worse. I will take that all day. Being able to fix that. I was not expecting that was going to work after we came back and saw he was still stuck in the same position, and then we got rid of the house and he was still stuck in the ground. Okay, well, we fixed that, so let's actually jump back on Jester here, go for a little bit of a stroll. Don't get stuck again. Goodness gracious. What a... I wouldn't say that the episode's become a disaster, but the glitching in this episode has been a bit of a disaster for sure. Whew. So what are we going to put in that field this time, gang? What are we going to put in the field in the next episode? What do we want to do? What do we want to do? Tell you what, let me know your thoughts down below on what crop you want me to put in this field in the next episode. I'll put whatever you guys want, within reason. I'm not doing potatoes for now. I'm not doing sugar beets for now. Not doing cotton for now. But pretty much anything else. So in any of the root crops... Well, I mean, sugar beets are technically a root crop and so are potatoes, but any of the carrots, parsnip, red beets, any cereal crop, so wheat, oat, barley, soybeans, canola, all that stuff, any of those, let me know down below what you want to see in this field. I'm kind of leaning myself towards another cereal crop, maybe, because I think we have soybeans. I don't think we have canola, so maybe canola. Yeah, we do not have canola in yet. So I'm thinking canola, but if you have a better idea or something else you want to see, let me know down below, and I'll probably put that in. Unless there's a bunch of different ideas, and then I'll have to just make a decision, I guess. So when this field's ready to harvest, which should be soon, we're going to expand this field out here, like I said before. Kind of up with, well, near the rest of the fields. We can't really go as far because this isn't really the flattest land out here. But we might spend a little money trying to smooth it out so we can do so. But we'll try to kind of keep it up towards the end of this one and the other one over there. So let's just take a quick stroll over here and then we'll head back. I got rid of 2 more trees on this corner right here, but still that whole section really hasn't been touched. But this area over here, that tree's floating. I just now noticed that. How many times I've gone past it and I haven't noticed it. That tree is 100% floating. So the rest of the trees up here that you see, we cannot get rid of. We do not own the land, evidently. I thought we were going to be able to get almost all of them, except for, like, the few that were right on the very, very tippity top. But, yeah, no, we can't get rid of any of these. It will not allow us to cut any of those down, so. Now, this area right here is a nice, big, flat area that we could potentially put some more productions or you know, even a field in. But we don't have a whole lot of this. So this is an option, though, whenever we decide to buy another plot of land, because we have to for one of the stages. Maybe look at this one, right? I kind of like the idea, I think, of this one, the more that I look at it, because it's wrapped on this hill, and this hill, on the other side of the hill, at least, is our main yard and farm area, and I kind of like that, but, I mean, I might change my mind, as I always do, right, as we continue to carry on and new ideas come into my mind, but let's get Jester back here, let's brush him off, and he should have met his quota today for the riding, the daily riding, and then cleanliness. And hopefully we don't have any more issues with the house. Goodness, that was a mess. I don't know which one to put in the very beginning of the video. I haven't done that in a while, but this one, it just seems like it's a perfect opportunity for me to put in both of those crazy glitches that occurred there. But with that, gang, we're going to leave the episode there. Hope you enjoyed it. Hey, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button if you're new. It is free, and it helps me out an absolute ton. If you have any thoughts, questions, comments, ideas, let me know down below. I'm happy to get back to you on those. Check out my other Zorch Entertainment channel as well, if you could. I'm on my way to 1,000 subscribers on that one. I'm trying to get there, so if you're interested in anything besides Farming Simulator, please go give me a follow there. I'd greatly appreciate it. And until next time, I'll catch each and every single one of you in the next episode.